What's up, you guys? It's Pierre, and I have a review today of the Asics Gel Blade 7. I'm a little bit late in doing this because the Asics Gel Blade 8 is already out, but this was a popular shoe amongst pros, and I bought myself a pair a while back. I've been meaning to do this review for a while. I might as well register my opinion on the Blade 7 while I can before it goes out of style. Many fans of this on Squash Shorts have gotten a lot of positive comments about it. I had a rough time with these. I'm going to tell you why. First, I'm going to take you through a couple of the cool factors here, a couple of the cosmetic elements, which I think look amazing. This color scheme is great. It's kind of like navy and orange. I think I bought this for 100 euros from a handball shop, I believe. So we've got a gum rubber sole with this kind of stability piece in the middle here, and the gum rubber kind of goes around like this. You got this sort of tooth mark looking pattern here, which some squash players have found to be not that durable. They've had issues with the shoe coming apart here. I did not have that, but partly because I didn't use these very much, like I'm going to explain in a second. The lace-up's pretty nice. You know, it's just pretty snug lacing, and but although nothing particularly special about it. There's kind of a protective outer piece here along the outer part of the instep, and so that gives your foot some protection from drag. Now let's look at the left shoe. So where I normally drag is on my left toe here, and you can see it's getting worn down right at the point where it's protected, so that's doing its job very nicely. These felt pretty normal, true to size for me. I'm a US 11.5. On the weight side of things, these are incredibly light. They are 320 grams, which is the lightest shoe I think I've ever weighed. The fastball, which is what I'm currently playing with, is 337, and this is really light. This is almost 20 grams lighter. The design is just pretty cool. It's just kind of subtle. You got like almost this blue mesh over some orange and blue pattern in the back. They look really nice, I gotta say. Here's how they look on your feet as you're staring down at your toes. They look fast and agile. They have removable insoles if you have to take out orthotics. They're not as good as the insoles on the Asics Fastball 3, but they're just a little more sort of spongy and flimsy, but they're still pretty good. They slide in and out relatively easily if you have orthotics or need to change them out. So the downside of these was that I did not get good grip on the court. I repeatedly slipped in these shoes, even after using them, you know, like the 5th, 6th, 7th time I tried them, I was still slipping, and not like on every lunge or anything, but just in a match, invariably, there'd be a moment where I would stretch for something, and it really happened mostly with this shoe, the right shoe, the one that I'm holding. I'm looking at you, right shoe. And I think the issue is that the design of these shoes, I don't know if it's going to come out too well on the screen, but you can sort of see how this almost curves towards the back, and maybe if I hold it this way it'll be easier to show you. So it's almost like it's angled in the back, and let me show you the fastball by comparison. Watch, it's going to be angled as well. Well, now that I'm comparing it to the fastball, which I had great grip with, I'm like, wait, what's the difference again? All I know is that multiple times, going in with my right foot for a lunge, I would skid out in a way that I've never really experienced on the squash court. I think it has something to do with the angle of the heel. That's all I can think of, just like somehow that heel strike. It could also be a little bit of lack of grip here in the heel. That part I know the fastball has covered. It's grip all the way through, whereas the blade has this open area here, and maybe I need that extra bit of grip as I'm sliding in. So I was, you know, after playing with these for a while and wanting them to work because they look so boss, I was just like, I can't play with these. I can't risk an injury. I just can't. So these shoes are well loved. I'm gonna put these up for sale on eBay. They've only been used a few times, and I hope somebody gets some good use out of them. They're a European colorway that will be in US 11.5 for anyone in the US market who wants to give it a gander. And hopefully I'll get a chance to try out the Blade 8 at some point, despite all this. I have heard that they've redesigned that, and I've heard comments from Squash Source readers that they are kind of continue the tradition of success that the Blade has in the squash world. So we'll hopefully give those a try later on. But anyway, those are my thoughts for now on the Asics Gel Blade 7 as a squash player. Hope that was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Subscribe. Bye.